Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last time we did refraction of light, right? And some part of it was left.
Yes,
So
sir.
prism wala part baki tha, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just confirm to me. This part is left. Which part? This
This one
was
is,
done last time.
yeah, sir. This one is done.
Yeah, this one. Refraction of light through a glass prism. This is left.
Yes, sir.
And then the last topic, that is
Yes, sir.
total internal reflection in glass or in prism. These part, right? कहाँ से बाकी था यहाँ पे? Yes, Vasant. Shall we continue with the prism formula? Yes, sir. Sure, we'll continue. Has one more student joined or what? Along with you, Vasant?
No, sir.
Okay, sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you see this? This is what we are going to study today. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a prism. Okay, I've used different color. So the blue light or the blue ray, which you can see, that is the incident ray. And because this is air, and this is glass. So when it goes from air to glass, that is rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal, right? My PN is the normal, so it will, instead of going in this direction, it will bend this way. Yes or no? So my incident ray is this, and this is the refracted ray. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
inside the prism, that is line PQ, the ray PQ will be incident on this part. Now this ray will be incident on this part. Again, I'll draw a normal. ये denser medium है, ये rarer medium है. From denser to rarer, it will move away from the normal. ये normal है, normal से दूर जाएगा वो. Yes or no? So incident ray, refracted ray और emergent ray पता चला क्या है? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then this is normal PN, this is normal QN. Okay. This would have been the original ray अगर deviation ना होता तो. This would have been the original ray अगर deviation ना होता तो. So this is my diagram. It is all about. Now let's see what other labelings I have done here. What is angle of incidence? Angle of incidence is that angle which is the angle between the reflecting surface and the normal. तो यहाँ पर reflecting surface AB के बीच में और normal PN के बीच में ये वाला angle है. This is the biggest confusion that children have कि angle of incidence ये लेना है या ये लेना है. आपको वो लेना है जो plane या normal के बीच और refracting surface के बीच में हो. So here this is my angle of incidence I, and this is angle of refraction R. I1 R1 obviously. ये जो थोड़ा सा angle है मेरा छोटा सा angle, this will be angle of deviation. I'll just zoom it. This will be my angle of deviation, which I have written as delta 1.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now see this. In geometry, आपको ये theorem पता होगा vertically opposite angles वाला. This is I1 and this is delta 1 and R1. I can say I1 is equal to delta 1 plus R1. देखो ये vertically opposite है दोनों. ये ऐसी लाइन जा रही है, ये ऐसी लाइन जा रही है. ये एंगल और ये एंगल दोनों सेम होगा. This angle and this angle.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Clear? पक्का?
Yes, sir.
Vasant, any step if you don't understand, please ask me then and there. वरना आगे का कुछ भी नहीं आएगा.
Yes, sir.
Cool. अभी तक कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. इंसिडेंट रे क्या है, रिफ्लेक्टेड क्या है, इमर्जेंट क्या है. वर्टिकली ऑपोजिट एंगल की वजह से दिस I1 इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा 1 प्लस R1. डेल्टा 1 क्या है? डिविएशन. जो थोड़ा सा डिविएशन, the path it changed was delta 1. Now let's see here. Here you have I2. Similarly, this and this is vertically opposite, so this angle will be equal to this angle. So I can also write I2 is equal to delta 2 plus R2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is the basic information that we should know. Now let's see what else is there. Angle of deviation delta is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. Okay. So angle of deviation LMQ. LMQ देखो जरा कहाँ पर है? LMQ. This is LMQ. This is the total deflection. See this triangle I have shown here. See this diagram. ये भी angle of deviation है, ये भी angle of deviation है. This angle plus this angle will give me this angle. Remote interior angles theorem या exterior angle theorem. Yes or no? ये कैसे आता है पता है आपको? देखो M plus P plus Q 180 होता है. Yes or no?
Yes,
P plus Q है ना? Do you know this theorem या नहीं पता है आपको? I think so this was there in 8th or 9th grade. This angle is equal to the sum of these two angles.
Yes, sir.
है ना? So I can write angle M.
Yes, sir.
That is this angle. This angle is sum of this angle and this angle. Yes or no? This I have named as
Yes, sir.
del is equal to del 1 plus del 2. And this is the proper geometrical naming. LMQ is equal to MPQ plus MQP. Theorem of exterior angle. Angle MPN. MPN देखो कहाँ पर है? Where is MPN? You have MPN. This angle. MPN. जो angle of incidence के equal था.
Yes, sir.
So I have written angle of incidence is equal to delta 1 plus R1. वो already हमने proof कर दिया, हमने already discuss किया उसको. So I have labeled this as equation number 2. Similarly, MPQ. MPQ देखो कहाँ पर है? This is M. This is P and this is Q. Sorry, MQN. Sorry. I'm so sorry. MQN, this angle was equal to delta 2. Delta 2 was nothing but this angle was equal to I2. I2 was nothing but delta 2 plus R2. Yes or no? So from this equation, these two equations, I get I1 is del 1 plus R1, I2 is del 2 plus R2. And I know that delta 1 can be written as I1 minus R1. R1 को वहां लेकर जाओ. उसी तरह से del 2 लिखना है तो R2 को वहां लेकर जाओ. Yes or no? तो मुझे ये इक्वेशन मिलेगा. Now I know that del is equal to del 1 plus del 2. अब बस मुझे इसी को जोड़ना है. del 1 क्या है? I1 minus R1 plus I2 minus R2. See here.
Yes, sir.
This is what is written. Now I can take minus common here. I've taken the like terms I1 I2 को साथ में ले लिया, माइनस लिखा, R1 minus R2 कर दिया, माइनस बाहर कॉमन लिया, ब्रैकेट डाल दिया, तो this will become R1 plus R2 and this will become I1 plus I2. Clear? And this, my friend, is the
Yes,
angle
sir.
of deviation. Angle of deviation is angle of incidence 1 plus angle of incidence 2 minus angle of refraction 1 plus angle of refraction 2. Any doubts here? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Don't worry. I will send you the images. So after the lecture, you can write everything at once. Cool? Vasant, are you getting it right?
Yes, sir.
Any difficulty till now?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let's move to the next part. Next part also, I actually have it on board. So let me show you on board only. Can you see the board? Wait, there is some light disturbance. Can you see now? Now I'm taking quadrilateral APNQ. See, APNQ is A ऊपर वाला A, P, N and Q. Clear? Now AP and AQ, they are perpendicular because here you had this normal wala thing, NQ, and this was normal to the prism, right? So this and this will be 90 degree. This equal to this is equal to 90 degree. So I can say this angle plus this angle will also be 90 degree because sum of all angles of quadrilateral is 360. अगर ये दोनों 180 है तो ये दोनों भी प्लस करके 180 आने चाहिए. Yes or no?
Yes,
so
sir.
that is what I have written here. APN is equal to AQN is equal to 90 degree. I know that APN plus AQN is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, by adding that set. In all angles, if I add all the angles, APN plus AQN plus PAQ, PAQ यानी PAQ ये वाला angle plus PNQ, that is ये वाला angle, is equal to 360. Now I know this is 180. Okay, so this will also be 180. Yes or no? I want to find P and Q. So I can write angle P and Q is equal to 180 degree minus angle PAQ. PAQ को मैं angle A लिख सकता हूँ, right? So I will write PAQ as angle A. Any doubts still here? Any doubts? इसको मैंने 180 लिखा, फिर ये दोनों 180 हो गए. Then
Yes,
I want to find angle N in terms of angle A. तो मैंने PNQ को यहीं पर लिखा, angle PAQ को यहाँ पर लेकर आया. Easy?
Yes, sir.
अब ट्रायंगल पी एन क्यू पर आ जाओ। पी एन क्यू देखो कहां पर है, पी एन क्यू, ये वाला ट्रायंगल, ये है R1, ये है R2। So I can say R1 plus R2 plus angle n is equal to 180 degree. Sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree.
Yes, sir.
That is what is written here in triangle PNQ. R1 plus R2 plus PNQ is equal to 180 degree. PNQ का वैल्यू चाहिए मुझे, तो मैं R1 R2 को यहाँ पर लेके जाऊंगा 180 माइनस R1 प्लस R। क्लियर? इसको मैंने दे दिया इक्वेशन नंबर 7। 7 क्यों दिया है? बिकॉज ये पहले वाले पार्ट का कंटिन्यूएशन। ओके,
Yes, sir.
तो PNQ is equal to 180 minus R1 R2 and PNQ is also equal to 180 minus angle. So इन दोनों का LHS same है। See, here also PNQ, here also PNQ. So I can say even the RHSs are same. If राम का भाई श्याम है और राम का भाई घनश्याम है, तो श्याम और घनश्याम भी तो भाई हुए ना। If PNQ is equal to 180 minus A and PNQ is equal to 180 minus R1 R2, so I can equate this and this. Yes or no? Yes or no, Vasant?
Yes, sir.
So this is how I will equate. I have written from 6 and 7. 180 minus angle A is equal to 180 minus R1 plus R2. 180 180 गया, minus A is equal to minus R1 plus R2. Minus minus गया, angle A is equal to R1 plus R2. Clear? Now take the
Yes,
initial equation. Delta was equal to I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2. I have R1 plus R2 के जगह पर angle A. So I can say delta is equal to I1 plus I2 minus angle A. Angle A is nothing but angle of prism. I have not written that. Make sure when you write it, please write it down. A is equal to angle of prism. Okay, तो ये वाला जो angle है, this is the angle of prism. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you have a question which they can ask. So the question will be either of 2 marks, 3 marks, or 4 marks. If it is of 2 marks, they will tell you to find the deviation angle or derivate how deviation angle is equal to I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2. 3 marks का होगा तो आपको यहाँ तक लिखना होगा. If it is a 4 mark question, they will also ask you tell the factors affecting delta or angle of deviation. So the first factor which affects angle of deviation is incidence, angle of incidence. Then the material of prism, whether it is made up of glass or quartz or some any other kind of material. That is nothing but the refractive index or mu. The refractive index is sin I upon sin R. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
A is angle of prism and lambda is wavelength or color of light. So these are the 4 factors that affect the angle of deviation. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Sure. That prism wala
Yes,
part is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next topic that is your last topic, I think, of this chapter.
Yes, sir.
About just a second. The light is again creating an issue. I will send you all the images, don't worry, of whatever was written on the board and whatever I will be showing you now. Right now, before starting that total internal reflection, there are 3 things which you need to remember. First is, what is critical angle? Do you know what is critical angle? Critical angle is that angle at which in any kind of reflecting or refracting medium, if the critical angle is that angle at which the light, instead of refracting, it starts to reflect. So instead of changing the speed, it starts showing the signs of reflection. Okay, at particular angle C. I'll show you one image that was done before this. Yeah. Whenever light moves from, this is denser medium, this is rarer medium. Whenever it moves from denser to rarer, it moves away from normal. So this is normal. It will move away from normal. Yes or no? So if this is suppose say 30 degrees, this will be 60 degrees, right? There comes an angle where if you change this angle of incidence so much that instead of refracting, it will move along the surface. So the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. And that angle at which the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree is called as critical angle. क्या कहते हैं उसको हम? Critical angle. Critical angle is that angle at which the angle of incidence is set critical when the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. So the light will travel through the surface of the prism or surface of any substance. Clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is called as grazing emergence. Grazing emergence का मतलब क्या होता है? It will move along the surface. It will emerge along the surface. Okay. Then you have reflection, that if you increase it for furthermore. So if this is say यहाँ पर critical angle C is 45 degrees. So अगर मैं 45 डिग्री से थोड़ा भी बढ़ाता हूँ, suppose से 46 डिग्री करता हूँ, so this will become instead of refraction it undergoes reflection. तो फिर law of reflection लगेगा, जितना I होगा उतना ही R होगा. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So here are three conditions. If I, that is angle of incidence, is less than critical angle, it shows refraction. If angle of incidence and critical angle are same, it shows grazing emergence. And if angle of incidence is less than critical angle, it shows reflection. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's move to the next image. You have certain conditions there. Okay. The same type of conditions I have tried to replicate here. See, here, say critical angle is 42 degrees. Okay, this is 42, okay. And this is a prism which has 45 degrees. This is also 45 degrees and this is 90 degrees. Yes or no? 45, 45, 90 degrees का triangle हुआ ये.
Yes, sir.
Now, see carefully, okay? It is not difficult. It is just how you understand it very well. If the line is perpendicular, if the ray of light is coming perpendicular, and we know that agar perpendicular aata hai, so there is no reflection or refraction. It moves straight as it is, right? So here the angle of incidence is 90 degree. So there is no refraction or reflection. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now here, look here, ये surface है और यहाँ पर मैं normal draw करता हूँ. अब यहाँ पर जो आया है light, okay, उसका suppose से angle of incidence यहाँ पर होगा, ये 45 था. This was 45 degrees, right?
Yes, sir.
This is 90 degrees. This will also be 45 degree.
Yes, sir.
Because this entire thing is 90 degree. This entire thing is 90 degree. अगर ये 45 है तो ये भी 45 होगा. Similarly, this will become 90 degree. So this again will become 45 degrees. Yes or no? And if this is 45 degrees, ये 45 degree है. This angle is 45 degrees. I'll just zoom it. If this is 45 degrees, even this will be 45 degree. तो ये चारों के चारों 45 डिग्री है. देखो Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if this is 45 degree, this is 45 degree, this has to be 90 degree. तो ये भी परपेंडिकुलर होगा एंड ये प्रिज्म में से कुछ इस तरह से निकल के जाएगा, दिस वे देन दिस वे. क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Your angle of incidence is angle between incident ray and normal. Angle of refraction is angle between refracted ray and normal. Say angle of incidence is 45 degrees and critical angle is 42 degrees. I is greater than C, so it will happen, there will be reflection. And जितना angle of incidence था 45, angle of refraction भी कितना होगा? 45 degrees. Clear? तो
Yes,
है
sir.
ये है आपका एक कंडीशन. आपको बुक में you are given two substances. तो वो रे 1 ऐसा जाएगा, फिर रे 2 ऐसा
Yes, sir.
जाएगा, इस तरह से दिया है. You can also do one ray. I have purposely done this one ray because here I have more space to write all the angles instead of taking 2 rays at a time. तो आपके बुक में they have taken a line image और उसका P से रिफ्लेक्शन ऐसे और फिर Q से रिफ्लेक्शन ऐसे, इस तरह से एक्सप्लेन किया है. Here I am only doing a point वाला रिफ्लेक्शन. It is still the same thing. Clear? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Let's see one more example. We'll cover everything, whatever is there in your book. Now, for example, where yeah, this one. Here also angle of critical angle is 42 degrees. Okay. The light is coming, for example, from here. I'll just use red only, red is more visible. Light is coming from here. So this is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree linear pair of angles. Yes. Now here this is the normal and it is making angle 45 degree. Say suppose angle I is equal to 45 degrees. Again, instead of refraction, it will undergo reflection because critical angle से angle of incidence बड़ा है. So it will go in this direction. Here also it is touching the surface. Again, at what angle it will touch will make a normal. This was 45, this will be 45. This is 45, this is 45, this will be 45. So angle of incidence is also here 45 degrees. This is 45, it is reflected here. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. That is, angle of reflection will also be 45 degrees. Here also I is greater than C, which means instead of refraction, the light will undergo reflection. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
This is how your image will look like. Okay, in your book, they have given a line image. So this becomes like this. And instead of arrow facing in upward direction, it will be in downward direction. Clear? Let's see one more, the next example. See this example where angle of the prism is 30 degrees. This is 60 degrees and this is 90 degrees. You're making a straight line, that is no deflection, no refraction, no reflection. लाइन जैसा आया था वैसा पास ऑन हो जाएगा। Here suppose it makes the angle 60 डिग्री, बिकॉज ये 30 है ये 90 है तो ये 60 होगा, ये 60 है, नॉर्मल बनाएंगे तो ये 30 होगा। So my angle of incidence is not 60 degree, it is 30 degree. Remember, angle of incidence क्या है? Angle between normal and angle of incidence. मतलब ये वाला एंगल नहीं, मैं ये वाला एंगल देखूंगा। Clear? This is my incident ray, this is my normal. तो नॉर्मल और इंसिडेंट के बीच वाला लाइन ये नहीं है, ये वाला एंगल है। This is the angle I will see. So angle of incidence 60 ये नहीं है, 30 है। So your angle of incidence is less than critical angle. So यहाँ पर रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं होगा, रिफ्रैक्शन होगा। तो here you can see जो रे ऑफ लाइट है वो इस तरह से अंदर नहीं आ रहा है, वो बाहर ही जा रहा है, बिकॉज क्रिटिकल एंगल से छोटा है एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस। इज दिस क्लियर? ये थोड़ा इजी एग्जांपल है। Let's move to the next example. This is the application like you have in your periscopes. You have 60 degree here, 90 degree here, 30 degree here. ये 90 है, यहाँ पर टच हुआ, ये 90 है, ये 60 है, तो ये 30 होगा। This 30, so angle of incidence is 60 now. Again, angle of incidence is the angle between normal and the reflecting surface. Let me zoom in here. This is 60. So there will be reflection. जितना अगर reflection होता है तो I और R का value same होता है. So this is also 60 degree. If this is 60, total is 90. This is 30 degree. This is 30 degree. This is 120 degrees. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is 120 degrees, which means again angle of incidence is much more greater than that of critical angle. So instead of refraction, फिर से क्या होगा? Reflection होगा। ये 120 degree है, this is 120 degree, and this will be 30 degree. Angle of incidence is 30 degree. Angle of incidence is normal और surface के बीच का angle, that is 30 degrees. 30 degrees is less than critical angle. Critical angle is 42 degrees. So we'll have refraction. Everywhere, wherever the critical angle is greater than angle of incidence, you will see refraction. If it is equal, you will see emergence. And whenever it is greater, you will see reflection. One more example. So of equilateral prism where all the angles are 60 degree. Okay. Light will pass from here to here. This is 60, this is 90. Okay, this will be 30 degrees. This is a normal. Normal और angle के बीच में 60 degrees है. 60 degrees greater than angle C. So reflection होगा, reflection होगा तो angle R भी कितना होगा? 60 degrees. Clear?
Yes, sir.
We'll also try one activity about this. Let's see one example of emergent ray. If suppose the angle of critical angle is 45 and this angle is also 45, this is perpendicular, this is 90, so this becomes 45. ये 45 है तो angle of incidence ये total 90 होता है. ये अगर 45 है तो ये भी 45 होगा. So angle of incidence is equal to angle of critical angle. So it will form grazing emergence. मतलब जो ray of light है वो इस तरह से आकर यही लाइन के थ्रू पास होगी। इज दिस क्लियर? दिस शुड बी 90 degree and here it is 90 degree. Cool?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see what topic is left in your book now. See, the same thing which I told you. Here we had taken only one object. Okay, they are taking the entire object. So दो बार same चीज करना पड़ेगा. आप एक point से भी explain कर सकते हो, not an issue. Okay. Personally, if you ask me, this topic is important from application point of view. तो जो इसका application है, that is important. ये explanation कभी नहीं पूछेंगे. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the first ray, this is the second ray. तो तुम्हारा ऑब्जेक्ट अगर ऐसा है, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर वो ऐसा दिखेगा. लैटरल इन्वर्जन हो जाएगा बेसिकली. लैटरल इन्वर्जन पता है ना? राइट बिकम्स लेफ्ट, लेफ्ट
Yes, sir.
बिकम्स राइट. सेम थिंग. हमने इनफैक्ट थोड़े ज्यादा एग्जांपल लिए हैं. इन्होंने यहाँ पर एक लिया है, दो तीन एग्जांपल्स दे हैव टेकन. 4. दिस इज दैट इमर्जेंट वाला, फाइनल वाला, 30, 60, 90 वाला. Okay, let's see the application. Use of a total internal reflecting prism in place of a plane mirror. A total reflecting prism is used in a place of a plane mirror to deviate the light ray by 90 degrees. In a periscope, you know periscope? This you must have made in school or any time. Here you have a mirror, here you have a mirror. So whatever is up here, you get the reflection of that. Whatever is up here, you get the reflection here, and this is the region where you see it. तो यहाँ पर सपोज एरो इस तरह से होगा, मुझे यहाँ पर वो उल्टा दिखाई देगा. This they also use in submarines and even in cartoons. Tom and Jerry, you must have seen that periscope. It looks around the fence. This is the setup. So you, instead of using two plane mirrors,
Yes,
you
sir.
can just use a prism. Okay, prism like this. So whatever light is coming from here, light should fall perpendicular to the first principle. So I need to use another color. Yes, this way. So no need of using a periscope. You can use the large prism. Okay, that will do your job. Hello, can you hear me properly? Or is it still cracking?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you hear me properly? A plane mirror to deviate the light ray by 90 degrees in a periscope and by 180 degrees in a binocular, as well as in a camera. The reason is that due to total internal reflection in the prism, the entire incident ray is reflected back into the denser medium, whereas in ordinary reflection from a plane mirror, some light is reflected and absorbed, so the reflection is not 100%. Thus, the image obtained by the total internal reflecting prism is much brighter than obtained by the plane mirror. So in plane mirror, what happens is There is also reflection, refraction, and slight of absorption of light. So not 100% is reflected, and I can't properly see the brightest image. But if I keep a prism, all the 100% of light is reflected internally, and I get a proper bright image. So in binoculars, or you can say in periscopes, you use 90-degree, and in binoculars you use 180-degree prism. So that is how you can replace plane mirrors by using the principles of total internal reflection. Further, the brightness of the image formed by the total reflecting prism always remains unchanged, while due to deterioration of silvering of plane mirror after a long use, the image form it becomes faint because the glass has silver coating behind it. So if the silver coating is removed out, you cannot see the object. There is no reflection, and the entire purpose of doing that activity goes in vain, because now you do not have any kind of surface which will help the light to bounce back. Total internal reflection and reflecting from a plane mirror. These 4 points are very important. Okay. Let's see what are these 4 points. Total internal reflection takes place only when light passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle for that pair of media. So total internal reflection happens inside the mirror, and it happens from denser to rarer medium, and the angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. Agar I is greater than C, only then and only there will be total internal reflection. Is this clear? Is this clear, Vasant?
Yes, sir.
Reflection from a plane mirror. It takes place when light is incident on a plane mirror from any medium at any angle of incidence. Next, the entire light is reflected. Here, only a part of light is reflected while the others is reflected or absorbed. In prism, all the 100% of light is reflected, whereas in a plane mirror, only a part is reflected, refracted, or absorbed. There is no loss of energy. Here, there is loss of energy. Fourth point, the image is much brighter and the brightness remains unchanged even after the long use of the total reflecting device. Same thing, it is more brighter because all the 100% of light is converted. Secondly, there is no silvering and there is no fear of the silvering going off. So the image is less bright and the brightness gradually decreases as the silvering on the mirror becomes old and rough. Next, what are the consequences of TIR? On a bright sunny day, the driver may see a pool of water or wet road in front of him at some distance. It is the phenomena of mirage. It is often observed in desert. So in mirage is basically you see water-like substances on the road or far away land. You feel that ki wahan par pani hai, but when you actually go there, there is no water. This also happens when you are driving and you see on a damper road or a tar road, you see that water is there somewhere far away. But at the point where you reach that, there is no water. It is just the difference of the air or the hot air moving upwards, cool air coming downwards, that causes total internal reflection. And you see that waviness or that watery substances over the land. Empty test tube placed in water in the beaker with mouth outside the water surface shines like a mirror when seen at a certain angle. So if an empty test tube is placed in water in a beaker with mouth wide open, if you see at a certain angle, you will feel that it is a glass and which bounces a lot of light. Okay. This also happens during the rain time. A sparkling of a diamond is also total internal reflection because there are tiny prism-like structures on diamond. So that cut or edging is done. That is to improve the shining or to improve the brightness of the diamond, right? The crack in a glass vessel often shines like a mirror. Agar koi crack hoga, that also shines like a mirror. That is again total internal reflection. A piece of diamond sparkles when viewed from certain angles. It shines or it sparkles. Then in optical fiber, it is used to transmit light signal over a long distance without any loss of energy. See, optical fiber is basically a tube made up of glass. This I'll show you. Okay. Imagine this is the optical fiber. Optical fiber is that fiber from which this Wi-Fi and telephones are connected. And per se, this is my light. It will reflect in this way, and that is how it, without losing energy, it will reach to your place without loss of energy. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll see some examples of total internal reflection. So I'll share my screen right now. Let me know if you can hear the sound properly or not, okay? You can see when it was normal, there was no deviation, and then as and when the angle of incidence is increasing, angle of reflection is also changing, and there will come a point where it will start moving in a flat direction. That will be the critical angle. A bit more, yes, this is critical angle. Now instead of refraction, it is reflecting. See, around 40 to 43 degrees के आसपास है. That is how we did all our calculations.
Yes, sir.
Now instead of refraction, the entire thing is showing a reflection. See the same thing which we studied.
Next, I'd like to demonstrate total internal reflection. To
This
do
is
that,
also similar. That did not have any explanation. This has a bit of explanation. And that was a tabletop method, and this is the front view method. Let's see what this is.
let's look at this diagram here. Here I have a beam of light as if coming up to a surface here from a higher density medium, such as maybe a piece of glass or a piece of plastic, or it could even be something coming up from below the surface of water and into air. Here's a beam of light that comes up here, and notice that some of the light gets reflected. Angle of reflection equals angle of incidence, of course, but some of the light makes it out and gets refracted. Now I want to show you what happens when I increase this angle of incidence. This angle of refraction is also going to increase, and we're going to increase the angle of refraction to where it becomes 90 degrees. At that point, we have total internal reflection, and no light gets refracted, but all of the light will get reflected. Let's see how that works. First of all, I'm going to demonstrate with the Blackboard optic system here. To do that, I'll turn the lights down for better contrast. And I want to take a prism here. I'm going to let the light shine through, enter one side of the prism, the surface here, and then strike the back surface over here. Let's see what happens when the light does that. So the light comes up and refracts toward the normal line as it enters the prism, and then it comes over and strikes this other surface over here. Now, as that light beam comes in toward this surface here at a steeper and steeper angle, the angle of refraction also increases. Imagine that angle with respect to a normal line getting larger, and that angle increases until that angle becomes 90 degrees, and then that refracted beam will just graze along the surface, and actually it'll just disappear at that point, and there we have total internal reflection. So the light beam comes up here and reflects from the back surface totally, comes down here and reflects again totally and goes back out in this direction. This is the way the prisms in a pair of binoculars works. They behave like mirrors. Total internal reflection. Partial internal reflection, total internal reflection. Now, it turns out that if I take a piece of plastic here that has a square corner on it, and this plastic has an index of refraction sufficiently high that it turns out it's impossible for light to come up, enter one side, and pass through an adjacent side. We get total internal reflection. No matter how I orient that, the light will come up, and the refraction is so great that it strikes this other surface at an angle greater than the critical angle, and no light comes out this back surface over here, no matter how I try to orient it to get it out through there. Again, total internal reflection. Now, let me do one more experiment on total internal reflection. Here I have a laser beam. I'm going to let the laser beam shine through this piece of plastic where I have it bent in such a way that ideally it would strike each part of the surface here at the critical angle or greater, and it would totally internally reflect and keep reflecting, bouncing all the way around, going in straight lines as it goes through.
So this is the, whatever this experiment is, he's trying to show. That is the application of optical fiber. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Reflecting off of each surface until it finally comes out this end over here. To see that, I'm going to turn the lights down again, and I'm going to let the laser beam enter here and come out over here. So you'll see this this little surface here light up as the light comes out through that surface. Laser beam misses it, the laser beam goes through it. Total internal reflection. Almost. Notice there's some scattering that takes place because this is a little bit scratched up. So some of the light does leak out. And so in order to use fiber optics appropriately, you have to have very smooth surfaces without any scratches, without any blemishes, so that indeed the light will strike at each point such that you get total internal reflection, and you can pipe light all the way around and pass light through great distances with total internal reflection.
हेलो बच्चों, आज
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll try one thing here. I don't know if you can see this properly or not. Can you see a glass here?
Yes, sir.
I have a laser and a glass. I don't have a prism right now. Okay, so we'll try to study the total internal reflection from this glass only. But the problem is it's a cylinder, so there will be more scattering and less PIR. So ideally, if I put my laser here, there should be only refraction, right? There should only be refraction, but if when I change the angle, you can see the pattern changes. Let me keep it this way. The pattern changes, right? Now see this light, this ray of light which is coming here. See the tip of my finger. You can see a ray of light. This is totally reflected internally, and as I change the angle of reflection is also changing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Don't see anything up here. सिर्फ आप surface को देखो, ये वाले area को देखो. Change हो रहा है angle.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is much more appropriate. This is also total internal reflection. But the problem of doing with the glass is, यहाँ पर at this part you will see much of refraction going on, and because it's a transparent medium, वो light, it will allow the light to go past it. So it is difficult to study that in case of a glass. But if I have a prism like this, you can actually see what that professor in that video did. You can see the internal reflection. Also here we try to see the total internal reflection from this part, the base part. Okay, because this is slightly thicker than the rest of the glass, so it will reflect more. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So I believe the first chapter is done now.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay, next chapter, let me know which chapter we need to start next. Any updates from your school?
Yes, sir. Reflection.
Refraction is done. Any what chapter is next? I think so. You have force, work, power, energy is done.
No, sir. Spectrum is done.
Okay. I have this image of your book. This
Yes,
part
sir.
is done, right? Light part is done.
Yes, sir.
Spectrum is also done, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
do we need to start with sound or force?
Sir, in school, only the light part is there.
Which part is there?
Light part.
Only this part is there.
In school, it is only light is done.
Okay, okay. So we are done with reflection of light at plane surfaces, right? Lens
Yes,
and
sir.
spectrum is remaining.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So the next time we'll start with lens then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just how you have sent me that PDF of this, na? Also send me the PDF of that. So send it to me today only. So anything else, if I need to, see certain things that, because I don't have that book, I have some other publication book. So sometimes the contents are slightly different. So just send me the PDF. I'll see that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chalo. Bye.